Welcome to The Explainer. So, what if the path to enlightenment wasn't about chasing the light, but about walking straight into the darkness? Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating 16th century text, The Dark Night. It's this radical guide that suggests true spiritual clarity is only found when we're willing to let go of absolutely everything we think we know. All right, our entire guide for this wild journey is just a single, powerful stanza from a poem. We're going to break it down into 5 key stages, and each one is going to reveal another step on this, well, pretty unconventional path to spiritual union. So, everything we're about to talk about, it's all packed right into this one stanza. Think of it like a roadmap for what the text calls the night of spirit. And just so we're clear, this isn't about being sad. It's about a deliberate and totally necessary phase of spiritual growth. And here it is. This is our map. It's this beautiful, poetic description of a soul that isn't trying to gain more knowledge or more comfort. No, it's intentionally letting all of that go. The whole point is to rely on nothing but pure faith for its climb toward the divine. Okay, so what exactly is this night of spirit? It's really important to get this. It's not about depression or feeling hopeless, not at all. It's an active, chosen journey inward. It's about consciously quieting all our usual thoughts and senses so that a much deeper connection, a union with the divine, can actually emerge. So, if you're traveling in total darkness, right? How do you move forward? How do you even know which way is up? Well, the poem gives us a very specific and kind of mysterious tool for the journey. The soul climbs a secret ladder, and the source material couldn't be more clear. This ladder is faith itself. It is the one and only way up when all the other lights have gone out. And this right here shows us exactly why it's a secret ladder. I mean, look at this. The path literally bypasses our senses and even our own rational mind. The rungs on this ladder aren't things we can physically touch or logically understand. This kind of faith, it operates on a completely different level, way beyond proof for logic. Okay, but you gotta be thinking, a journey in total darkness, isn't that, dangerous? The text totally anticipates that question and explains that the soul has this special kind of protection, almost like a spiritual camouflage. It travels in a disguise so perfect that it becomes completely unrecognizable. All the usual things that trip us up, worldly distractions, our own anxieties, even what the text calls the devil. They just can't see it. They can't grab onto it. Now, this disguise is way more than just a cloak. It's a fundamental transformation. Just look at these points. The soul's very abilities shift from natural to divine. It becomes hidden from both worldly and even rational threats. But the real mindbender is that last point. The light of faith is so pure, so brilliant, that to anything that would try to stop it, it just looks like blinding darkness. Now, to really grasp how intense this journey is, we need to understand that there's another kind of lesser darkness that the text talks about, called the night of sense. Turns out not all darkness is created equal. So the source makes this super crucial distinction, which you can see right here. The night of sense is a dark night. Think of it like a night with a crescent moon. There's still some light you can kind of see, and your reason still works. But the night of spirit, that's being in darkness. That's a new moon. Total, absolute obscurity, where not just your senses, but your intellect itself is stilled. So here's the paradox, the crucial point of all this. That total blindness is actually what makes the soul so secure. By giving up its own power to see and understand, it's forced into this state of complete and total trust. It's a journey of radical surrender. All right, so where does all this lead? What's the end goal of this secret, disguised journey through total darkness? What's the whole point? The destination, it turns out, is a state of complete, profound inner peace. The very last line of our poetic map says it all. My house being now all stilled. That's the prize waiting at the top of that secret ladder. And this house is a metaphor for our own inner world. Our thoughts, our anxieties, all that mental chatter that's always going. To have it stilled means that all that frantic activity of the ego has finally quieted down, making space for this incredible union with the divine. So what do we find in the dark? Well, according to this 16th century guide, it's not emptiness. It's a secure and peaceful union with something so much greater than ourselves. And it leaves us with a pretty challenging thought. What if the brightest light can only be found after we've had the courage to walk through the deepest darkness?